What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel, and today we're talking playoffs. The Giants not in the playoffs. We're talking Nationals and Cardinals in the National League, and over in the American League we got the Astros and the Yankees. So who's going to meet up in the World Series? I'm going to tell you now ahead of time.
And he drives it into right center field, hit a ton. This baby is way back on a hair.
We're going to start out in the National League with the Nationals and the Cardinals. First of all, Nationals, nice job taking down the Dodgers. Appreciate that as a Giants fan. But let's move on. Let's talk about it. I'll be rooting for the Nationals for that reason, by the way. Let's move on. Let's talk about the actual series. Now, I'm not going to go match up each single player and then try to just like scientifically come up with a winner, because that's not how baseball is. If we want to know who's better on paper, we can just look at who the favorite is and pick that. I'm not going to go like that. I didn't get a chance to do my playoff predictions from the beginning of the playoffs, I wish I did, because I wasn't going to pick all the favorites. Now we're down to less teams. I don't even know who the favorite is in this series, but I do know that both teams are obviously really good, and they have a lot of strengths and a lot of weaknesses that kind of are different. So it's going to be a great series, I believe. So if we start out, though, with the Nationals, Scherzer, Corbin, Strasburg. Okay, that's three big names. Obviously, no rotation goes five deep usually with like just big names, but right there I just threw three out. So the Nationals have a solid rotation, really impressive. Obviously, the Cardinals have their guys, and they got Wainwright, who's like pitching like Wainwright. He's still Wainwright. Like every year, I keep thinking Wainwright's not as good as he used to be. Well, here he is in the playoffs dominating, so I guess Wainwright is just Wainwright still. So they have that going for him, but I like the Nationals' rotation a lot. I think they're solid. I think they're going to keep pitching well, but are they going to pitch well enough? Because the Cardinals' offense is pretty solid. Even though I've heard that supposedly, the Nationals have advantage with offensively, they have the advantage overall, maybe so, but the Cardinals do have one little weapon that I'm absolutely terrified of as a Giants fan, because I've seen this guy just completely destroy the Giants for years, and that is former Diamondback Paul Goldschmidt. This dude is an absolute machine. And they say, like in baseball, which is true, and we know statistically that a good player gets out 70% of the time, which would give them a 300 average. I mean, pretty common sense. I mean, normal baseball stuff as far as at-bats, not talking about on-base percentage, but just as far as at-bats to hits, about 70% of the time you're going to fail. You're going to make an out as opposed to getting a hit. That is if you're good. It feels like this dude never gets out. It feels like he never makes an out. I know he does. I know I've seen him make outs. I've seen him make more outs than hits, I'm sure. It doesn't feel like it. The dude is just absolutely a machine. Every time I see him hit, he just rips it double down the line. Line drive, base hit, center field, home run. He's a machine. Goldschmidt is, of course, I usually watch him when he's playing the Giants, so that explains it. But he's doing big things in this series as well. He's just looking really good. And, I mean, one guy doesn't make all the difference in baseball. We know that. Baseball, you got to talk about the bullpen, which I'm going to get to, the Nationals bullpen. But you got to think about bullpen, rotation, lineup. It's just so many pieces that come. That's why I love baseball. Such a team sport. You can't just have one guy ride you to a championship. But if there was one guy that could ride you to a championship, Paul Goldschmidt might be that guy. That being said, also we got to cover the bullpen. And the problem with the bullpen is the Nationals don't have a great bullpen. They got Doolittle, maybe Hudson, and maybe that's about it. They do have a former Giant, one of my personal favorites, and that's Hunter Strickland. But if we're being honest, Hunter Strickland is inconsistent, and in the playoffs, he hasn't got the greatest playoff success. I remember 2014, I know he was a rookie, and I defended him then, but they were just bombing home runs left and right. He can throw hard. He can throw 98, 99, but it's a very straight 98, 99, and these guys don't miss it, and he leaves it right over the plate, and they just crush it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's been some of his failures, and it's just never really changed, and the Giants finally moved on from him. He ends up here with the Nationals in the playoffs, so I'm happy for him that he's in the playoffs. I hope he gets to play, and I hope he pitches well, but the bullpen for the Nationals is not as good as the bullpen for the Cardinals, and the lineups are close. Apparently the Nationals have an edge, but I really like the Cardinals, especially with that machine called Goldschmidt, model XT51. He's an absolute machine. Okay, he is going to crush the ball this series. Overall, Just going off of my instinct, I gotta go with the Cardinals in this series in 7. I'm gonna be rooting for the Nationals, Dave Martinez and the Nationals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals in 7 in that series. I just feel like they're gonna just win more games. Simple as that. I think they're gonna win 4 games before the Nationals do. I don't care what the odds say. I don't care anything else. I could be proven wrong, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Jumping over to the American League, Yankees, Astros. First of all, the Astros, freaking all-star team. You think about the players. Let's just ignore the rotation. Just go down the list of their regulars: Gurriel, Altuve, Bregman, George Springer, Correa, Michael Brantley, Josh Reddick. It goes on and on and on. These guys are absolutely sick, and that's not even talking about the big 3. Like, just their lineup is sick. Then you go to the big 3 in the actual rotation with Verlander, with Cole, with Greinke. They are so good. The Astros are sick on paper. But I think about the Yankees, they ain't no slouch. And the Yankees got their big game. If you just start thinking about, like, I don't like to do player versus player versus player because that's not how the game is played. It's a team sport. You never know. Besides, you can say, okay, advantage Yankees because they got Judge. And Judge could go, 4 for 36 in the series. You don't know how these guys are going to perform. But yeah, you think about the Yankees, you think about just beasts from the East. I mean, we got Gary Sanchez, we got obviously Giancarlo Stanton, we got Judge, and we got all these other great, real good players, Gregorius, and so on and so on. Yankees are really good too. So this is going to be a fantastic series. One thing the Yankees might have going for them is their bullpen. Bullpen is extremely important in baseball, but I mean, obviously that's not the biggest thing, but it is a factor. And when they got guys coming out that bullpen, especially Chapman, that's almost pretty much on lockdown. If they get an opportunity to win a game and they get to bring in their bullpen, it's going to be tough for the Astros. So I think the Yankees have the advantage there. Overall, though, I think on paper the Astros are definitely the better team. But
I'm going to go with my instinct on this one.
Yankees are still the Yankees. Yankees are really good. Yankees are coming to win. And I just have a feeling there hasn't been an upset yet in the American League. We've seen a whole bunch of upsets in the National League playoffs. We haven't really seen that in the American League. They're due for one. And I just have a feeling, I'm going to go with that the Yankees are going to prevail here, that their hitters, who are very patient hitters, are powerful and patient. They're not just, you got Judge, he strikes out a lot, but the Yankees know how to work the count. The Yankees know how to hit, and the Yankees, I think, are going to get to Houston just enough to get that one extra win, and I'm saying that's going 7 as well. So I'm saying the Yankees in 7 in that series, and I'm saying the Cardinals in 7. Cards, Yanks in the series. I'm not going to put a prediction out because that's probably not going to happen. But if it does happen, then I'll make a prediction. I'll make a prediction video no matter what and talk about the World Series and do a World Series preview no matter who it is. But I'm saying Yankees, Cardinals. That's my prediction for the National League Championship Series and the American League Championship Series. Let me know your prediction. If you find your way to this video, new channel here, Baseball Giants. Going to be talking a lot of stuff. We're going to go big here. So please comment down below, subscribe, and we're going to freaking talk baseball right here on the Hum Baby Baseball channel. You have a great day. See ya. When the Giants come to town, it's bye bye baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye bye baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.